Secretary will sit down.
Nigeria! I stand to welcome a delegation, a distinguished group representing the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, whom you well know. High Chief Dr. Raymond Dokwesi, leader of the delegation, welcome. On your behalf, I welcome you together with your direct deputy, Dr. Jide Adeniyi, and all other members of your delegation. It is with sincerity of heart, it is with joy in our hearts that we welcome you openly and acknowledge you and feel good that you are in our midst to talk to us today about your principal, VP Atiku Abubakar. As you know, PDP has a rescue mission ahead of it to rescue Nigeria, to rebuild Nigeria virtually from the scratch, from the shambles that has descended. In making the arrangements for this, PDP has had to go to its arsenal to find those that are capable, educated, trained, experienced, those who have what it takes to rule, to lead with vision, with creativity. I know that's what brought you here. Your principal is one of the great men that we know who have distinguished himself in every sphere. So Imo PDP, with all our leaders and elders and BOT members, are very pleased to have you. And thank you for the honor you've done to us by coming here to try and convince Imo voters to support you, to vote for you in our primaries, in our selection process, because we need men like Atiku Abubakar. So, on behalf of Imo PDP, I want to welcome all of you and urge you to please feel at home. Please feel welcome. I'm so pleased when I hear the languages being sprouted here by all our brothers from the north, south, and east. You are genuinely welcome, and we look forward to hearing you, discussing with you, questioning you, challenging you about some of the areas we feel concerned. Please do not bother about those. Don't feel harassed. It is a desire for us to know better, and to use that knowledge to help our country get back to some normalcy. Allow me just this 1 minute to say that I know I've had the privilege of working with Atiku Abubakar. When he worked with President Obasanjo, he was the frontline leader that handled all issues of the private sector. And at that time, some of us were very dynamic. I was the president of MAN, 2001 to 2006. And it was my privilege to take the policies and issues of the economy to discuss with Atiku Abubakar. He's a brilliant man. He's a private sector guru. He knows his way about the economy. And these are the kind of men we are looking forward to coming back and renewing the basis of the economy, restoring peace and harmony and stability in our country. So honestly, you are very welcome. So we are all ears to hear you, High Chief Dokwesi, with your team. And we look forward tonight, later on in the evening, to have the opportunity of sharing a few background stories and experiences to you. But for this meeting, this formal meeting of PDP Imo State, I want to welcome you. And I want to also thank all our leaders. In spite of all the harassment and traffic on the road, you made it here. I'm really proud of you. You have honored me eloquently by your presence, and I appreciate that. I thank everybody that has come, all our LGA chairmen, all our women folk, and all members of the party and youths. So believe me, I recognize everybody, and I'm deeply cheered up and grateful to you for coming here. Sir Dokwesi, can I invite you now to please deliver a speech to Imo PDP? Thank you.
Chairman, Elders Council, all the organs of the party here present. Let me particularly call out our senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Mike Ahamba. A lot of our respects. All distinguished members of the People's Democratic Party in Imo State. We bring you very good tidings from His Excellency Waziri of Adamawa, Atiku Abubakar,
Our President 2023.
Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 to 2007. Please permit me to stand on existing protocols. Let me still wish you a very happy new year. Let me wish you a prosperous and fulfilling 2022 and thereafter. May whatever you touch this new year bring you a lot of joy and satisfaction. Amen. My dear fellow members of the People's Democratic Party, let me thank you and congratulate you for the wisdom, for the due diligence in attracting our chairman to come back to lead this party in Imo State. In this country, you will find people who have held exalted positions like himself as the president of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, feeling that they are too big to serve the people in their immediate place of origin. Thank you very much, sir. Let me also thank the members of the State Working Committee for bringing hope, for bringing trust to the party in Imo State, for the good work of restructuring the party as you have so far done. May God give you the grace and knowledge to carry it to a logical conclusion. I am very proud and very glad to recommend the model I have seen in Imo State to the rest of Nigeria. My dear brothers, here also on the Board of Trustees, I believe at the appropriate time, we should ask everybody to emulate the PDP in Imo State. Having said this much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come together with members of my team from all parts of Nigeria with women well represented, with youth well represented. We, the elders too, are well represented to discuss with you, to consult with you about the future of the People's Democratic Party, especially in the light of the various challenges we have had since 2015, when we lost power at the national level. Imo State experience is also not different. We won election here, clean and square. We were robbed of that victory at the Supreme Court. Power was transferred to another political party, in spite of all the facts and in spite of all the evidence that was available. I salute the courage of the members of the party in Imo State coming back to regroup and deal with the matter squarely. Unfortunately, that has not been the situation at the national level. Unfortunately, we have found ourselves in a position where we distract ourselves unduly, where a few people believe there are more members or there are more owners of the party than we, the ordinary members. And that makes this type of consultation an urgent imperative. Recall, in 2015, like I said, we had a president of South-South extraction who believed he has all the apparatus of power and that he will definitely win the election. But quite a chunk of the members of the party had left. It was difficult. It was too close to an election when that disaster happened. So mechanisms for internal reconciliation and re-strategizing became difficult. We are all living witnesses to the fact that we lost the election in 2015. When we were approaching 2019 election, our very illustrious son, Senator Ekweremadu, presided over a committee that investigated the reasons, the immediate causes of our loss of 2015 election. And one of the major points, one of the major reasons was identified as our refusal to respect the zoning and rotation principles available in the Constitution of the People's Democratic Party. The highest organ of the party, the convention, and before then, the NEC, the NWC, unanimously agreed and adopted that recommendation. Therein, it was agreed that never again should we fail to honor provisions of our Constitution. So, in 2019, the presidency was zoned to the north. But let me take you a little bit backward. a little bit. Anybody who has a copy of the Constitution of the People's Democratic Party 2017 edition, you will find it there. But I'll give you the background. When PDP was set up in 1999, the intention was that it would be 4 years rotation. But by the time Chief Olusegun Obasanjo had done the first 3 years, it became necessary to call a meeting of the expanded caucus and was subsequently adopted at the convention, to the effect that 4 years was too short to deal with the specific problems of the party and of governance. And the convention agreed. Lawal Keita Alhaji was the one from Katsina State, was the one who moved the motion. Adamu Chiroma was present. Chief Wanyanwu was present. All our leaders from the southeast were present. So also those from the south-south and the southwest. And it was agreed that it was going to be 8 years rotation. So if power goes to the north, after the Obasanjo regime, it will be for 8 years. It is enshrined in the constitution of the PDP. It is 4 years and then 4 years and no more. So, in our constitution, we recognize the fact that 2019 plus 8 years is 2027. Up to 2027, the present zoning arrangement is what is prevalent. But since 2019, or from 2015, this country has totally collapsed. The level of insecurity in all parts of Nigeria, from northeast to north central to northwest, from southeast to southwest to south-south, we are all engulfed in either banditry, Boko Haram, kidnappings, insecurity. You cannot sleep with your 2 eyes closed. So, the second aspect is the fact that our economy has totally collapsed. We don't have foreign exchange anymore to buy spare parts, to import machinery, and to get raw materials. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, never in the history of Nigeria has Nigeria been so borrowed. We are, as I speak now, owing 50 trillion naira. All borrowed money. When the PDP were leaving government in 2015, we owed less than 15 trillion naira. And in this space of time, 15 trillion has risen to 50 trillion, and it is envisaged that by the time they hand over in May next year, our level of indebtedness will have gone to the level of 54 trillion. Today, 33% of our young graduates cannot find employment. 1/3 of the population of our youth cannot find employment. Industries that are even managing to survive, they are closing up. There's no gainsay that this administration, led by Major General Muhammadu Buhari has been totally clueless, has been totally non-visionary, has been incapable of resolving fundamental problems. So, in trying to look for how the PDP can return to power, it has become an urgent imperative that we put together all the challenges that we have. Let me state that in 2014, I was a member of the Constitution Review Committee. We came and realized the fact that this geographical expression called Nigeria is very lopsided. We came to the conclusion that it is an urgent imperative that this country be restructured. We cannot continue the way and manner we are without a major restructuring. Certain steps will have to be taken. And they have to be taken when we all collectively can sit down and say, this is going to be the captain of the ship. Unless we are able to get an experienced, matured captain of the vessel, tested, proven, knowledgeable, we will not be able to move this country forward. The country will collapse because we are just at the brink of falling off. So in our thinking, we listed out the criteria, and we came to the conclusion that at independence, there were 3 regions in Nigeria. Forget the Nigerian Civil War, which was unnecessary, but which had the reasons for that civil war are still very manifest today because of injustice, unfairness, ill treatment of certain parts of the country. A general feeling of total neglect and even issues concerning the people being treated as if they don't exist. The most painful out of it, and that's why I'm very happy that the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chief Michael Ahamba, is here present, is that we appear to be having different laws for different sections of the country. This is the reason for the agitation of our children, of our sons from the southeast in the name of IPOB. IPOB have committed no offense. They are absolutely right for self-determination. We must address the injustices that are available. We must all come together with one mind. Nobody, my best friends are from the southeast, and there's none of them that has ever told me that they want to be outside Nigeria. But the conditions must be right. Ladies and gentlemen, a people, an environment can only prosper if there is no peace. If there is peace, an environment can only prosper if there is peace. And what we have right now is bloodshed running from every part of the country. And we looked, we said, see, we have northern states, we have eastern states, we have western states. But the man that we are about to propose to you has children from all these areas. Can he, in the right conscience, treat any child better or worse than the other? So we need a unifier. And we think we found that unifying position or value in the person I will propose to you. I'm very happy that you listened carefully to the chairman when he relieved his experiences as president of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, when Waziri Atiku Abubakar was vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That he was visionary, he was determined, hardworking, committed to revolutionizing the industries in Nigeria. So, he has experience already. He understands the problems of industry, of the private sector, as it were. He has a knowledge. He himself is an industrialist. He has companies, and he has equity in publicly quoted organizations. He is the only one who has looked at the topic of restructuring, and in his 2019 manifesto clearly accepted and acceded to restructuring this entity called Federal Republic of Nigeria. No other aspirant. This is a man who has provided selfless leadership, not found guilty by any court of law, whether it is the allegation of corruption, whether it is this thing. He is prepared to fight corruption headlong. So, this current APC government came in under these federal proponents of zoning, restructuring, as we have it. Coincidentally, the rezoning, power shift to various other parts of Nigeria has become a major challenge. For Waziri Atiku Abubakar, they have raised the issue of him not coming, or of coming from the northern part of the country and not from the southern part. But like I explained to you, that we coincidentally have in the PDP a zoning arrangement. The last president we had in power is from the south. What we have, again, as the way forward was that in 2019, we decided on a president of northern extraction, whose tenure is supposed to end in 2027. And if Ekweremadu report and we have a clear-cut situation that after Ekweremadu report, we have had Bala Mohammed report, where it was said that the most marginalized areas are the northeast and the southeast. Any of the two parts in the PDP could present the president of Nigeria. Please, for God's sake, how can I stand before our chairman, before senior advocate of Nigeria, before you young men and women, and I say there's nobody in the southeast who can be president of Nigeria? Is it possible? No. The southeast is eminently qualified. They are competent, capable people who can become president of Nigeria. But look at the challenges I have raised. We are, at the present moment, stigmatized for no just cause, for no reason, over the IPOB matter, in spite of the fact that they are absolutely right. The issue of the under-industrialization of the country and so on is just leadership failure. But we need somebody who will be courageous. We need somebody who will be courageous to carry out the restructuring that is required. We need somebody who has a good knowledge of industrialization. All these qualities are required, but we need to be in a position to win the election. Because of the Constitution of Nigeria, as we are now, we are not a nation, we are a country. We have to develop and move up to nationhood. But for now, we must put that shortcoming into consideration when we are looking at these issues. I surely believe that it is possible for us to arrive on common grounds. We need to consult with our leaders across the whole country. This is the 32nd state we are visiting on this mission, consulting with leaders, elders, statesmen, youth and women, to ask them actually and to present to them Waziri Atiku Abubakar. We believe that he has all it takes. But in some of the states we have gone, there's no gainsaying that people have raised a few questions. So, sirs, so, mas, so, my dear younger ones, we offer you, we propose to you, Waziri Atiku Abubakar for President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. Chairman, thank you very much.
We have heard you. In Igbo land, I could say that and sit down. I am Nahiku, and I sit down, but I won't. I want to say that we are happy with your message. I also want to say that you did not call us today to approve Atiku. You invited us to hear that Atiku is coming to present his self-acceptance. I hope I'm correct. So, I want to say, in response from my own side, that his message sounds sweet. We shall swallow it and know whether it will remain sweet in our throat. What you have raised today, I must say, touches what my father did or said to me in 1963. He was a member of the Imo State House of Assembly, of the Eastern Nigeria House of Assembly, and when the Republican Constitution came to be debated, he courageously opposed it. So those who have political interest in our school, High School Aba, were disturbing me. Why did your father do this? Why did your father do that? I kept quiet. I said, I don't know. I don't know why my father should do this type of thing. So when I got home, midterm break that time, I went straight to him before eating. I said, Papa, why are you opposed to a Republican Constitution? Do you want us to remain slaves to the Queen? That's a Mike one. I'll say it in Igbo first, then I translate it for you. Adi Hama Nigeria. Oto Nigeria, the Ogade Fuka. We have not organized this country well enough. As it is now, it's going to cause trouble. And we need somebody who can come in as of right to stop the trouble that will come, so it can be harmonized. If you remove the Queen now, there will be nobody who can come as of right to this country to harmonize it when the trouble will come. I'm sorry. So this was what my father said in 1963. So when the war started in 1967, I remember what my father said. That's what we are talking about now, restructuring. We cannot sweep under the carpet the necessity of restructuring this country. Personally, for me, as Michael Hamba, I'm not prepared to leave Nigeria for anybody. I'm going to fight my right within this country. This is my own position. I don't hide my position on anything. I've told the people who want secession that I'm not a secessionist. I know what I went through preparing for war and fighting it in 1967 to 70. It's no longer the position now for me. My position is that my right in Nigeria, you must give it to me. And that's why our people are very serious about the Igbo man having not been president in this country. But your message creates a situation. And I want to assure you, we shall consider what you have said in the cool chambers of our meeting with our chairman, and they will come out with an answer to you. You come out. Okay. Thank you for coming. We wish you safe journey in all your travels. And may God Almighty give us that person who may realize that every Nigerian is equal to the other, that we may have peace. This we ask in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord.
Atiku, you are the one we know. You are the one we are waiting for. Atiku, you are the one. Atiku, you are the one. You are.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.